Joshua Wong, thank you so much for your time. Are these your worst fears come true?
Tremendous change lies ahead, and the crackdown from Beijing is crystal clear. When they choose to arrest Jimmy Lai, the most prominent pro-democracy media tycoons, and later on, they ban all the foreign media to conduct interview inside the Apple Daily headquarters, and just allow pro-Beijing local media continue the interview and media coverage, which also imply the erosion and the death of press freedom.
How do people who support your cause and the cause that Jimmy Lai is also a part of, and so many others and millions who we've seen on the streets over the past year or so, I mean, this has been going on for some time. You think back to a few years ago, of course, your umbrella movement as well. How do you now fight this?
We continue to fight for free election, and it's the time for UK to reconsider, is there still the golden era exists between UK and China, and also the time for the world to reconsider the foreign policy towards Beijing and Hong Kong, when the erosion of universal value is being recognized and already being monitored by the global spotlight.
Joshua, forgive me, you're mentioning the United Kingdom. Obviously in 1997, wasn't it, that Hong Kong was returned after being a British colony back into Chinese hands. And we've seen people on the streets who have been calling for assistance from Donald Trump. But when you talk about the United Kingdom having a role to play here, is that not putting yourself in danger as well? Isn't that exactly one of the main aspects of the new security law, and under which Jimmy Lai is now accused, that you're asking for foreign assistance? Are you not worried about the effect that could have on you personally, let alone what it might do to other people who support the cause?
I never asked for foreign assistance since national security law is implemented in Hong Kong, but it's really the critical timing for UK government to reconsider that there still the golden era exists between UK and China.
The United States recently imposed sanctions on Carrie Lam, the chief executive of Hong Kong, also 10 other top officials. Do actions like that make any difference, do you think?
Any media interview conduct with foreign media will also put activists in Hong Kong life in risk. And I'm also not guaranteed that conducting this interview will be recognized as the evidence of collusion with foreign force. But I just hope to make it clear, no matter what kind of announcement, measure or sanction announced by the world, it still needs Beijing to realize that they can't violate on universal value and fully broke the international liberal value.
Jimmy Lai seemed to understand that the passing of this law would put him in danger. He had even said that he was ready to spend time in jail. He said that he would be able to read books that he had never read before. He seemed to have been expecting this. Did you as well?
I will continue to fight until the last minute. And now is not the time for us to surrender.
Can I ask you a broader question about the whole movement, this anti-Beijing movement? Because after all, if you look at throughout history, Hong Kong was always, apart from those 100 or so years, part of China. Does your generation consider itself to be part of China as a Hong Konger? Do you see it that way?
As a Hong Konger, under the hardline rule of Beijing, we still fight for greater degree of autonomy, and we still believe the importance of rule of law and judicial independence. But now it's Beijing who conduct the erosion and show no respect on the promise of the Sino-British Joint Declaration.
And is there any sign of possible dialogue? I feel it's almost as if it's a naive question, because all of your approaches previously, you and other people who represent the anti-Beijing, you call it pro-democracy movement, every time you've approached Carrie Lam, it seems as if you've been slammed back. Is there any space at all that you can see either now or in the near future where there may be some sort of dialogue to put one side of the argument to those who administer Hong Kong?
This is an extremely good question that I would love Beijing to answer. And how could they continue to erode on one country, two system? And what we are asking for is just have free election. If greater city just like London, people can elect the mayor. So why can't Hong Kong people elect their administration? And the only reason behind is Beijing who broke the promise, and which is crystal clear. And continue the mass arrest or even providing life sentencing for activists should not be the way out.
Do you feel safe in Hong Kong? Because obviously we know, you know, some people might not, that those who are part of this greater cause that you are speaking on behalf of, they have left Hong Kong and they may not come back.
None of the activists or Hong Kongers live in Hong Kong can guarantee their personal safety. With book publisher that support democracy has the experience being physically kidnapped from Hong Kong to China. I wonder when will be the threat and the risk that we need to face with the uncertainty of life sentencing, black jail in Beijing, and prosecution in mainland China.
Joshua Wong, we really appreciate your time. Thank you so much indeed for joining us on TRT World.